So I'm talking to John and Tammy. They're in their early 20s, they're engaged to be married. He slipped up with porn. So I'm talking to John and Tammy. They're in their early 20s, they're engaged to be married. He slipped up with porn. His word was, "I had a hiccup." So I asked him not to use euphemisms, because that's what people do. They will say things like, "I slipped up, I had a little problem during the week," whatever. As a counsellor, you need people to be telling the truth. So I said, "Don't use euphemisms, tell me what happened." And so he embarrassed, ashamed, confessed. But the story was that this had happened once in the past already, and she had made a determination that this can't happen again. So he didn't tell her. Turns out it wasn't hard porn, which is good. It was something that he just found on social media, scantily clad woman. Now, that's still no good, but it is an improvement. So she acknowledged that was an improvement. So his fear, and rightly was that this would ruin their engagement and that he would lose her. And I think that's a good fear to have, because if this was a real woman, then it's very likely that would have ended their relationship, and I would have recommended that it ended their relationship, at least for the time being, their engagement at any rate. But he hung on to that guilty conscience for about a week. She just thought he was tired from work, but he wasn't telling her because of his fear that he would lose her. That's understandable, but it's better to just get it on the table. Now, we know that as counsellors, we've seen enough of these situations to know that hiding things and telling lies is not a godly way to do things. It's following the evil one's way. He's a liar and a murderer, as Jesus said. We don't want to follow his ways, but here he is, full of shame and guilt, and hiding it because he doesn't want the consequences. Unfortunately, she asked him whether he had watched porn. It would have been far better for their relationship if he had told her straight up and apologized and then taken the consequences. Because she had to ask him, it adds another layer of problem. And that problem is trust. She had more issues with the violation of trust than she had with him viewing some scantily clad woman on social media, as bad as that is. The problem that brings up is this. Here they are in the present. Here's an action that's happened in the past, porn use, but he was silent about it for a week. So he kept a secret for a week. Now she knows in the past that he has kept a secret from her for a week about a sexual indiscretion. She will project that into the future and think, what if this happens when we're married? What if this happens when we've got kids? And her very justifiable fear is that this could derail them in the future. And so if he had told the truth right here and hadn't kept the secret, she wouldn't have had this historical moment where he had hidden the secret from her and she didn't know a thing about it. Now, you may have dealt with people that have had relationships where the husband has been unfaithful more than once, and perhaps for a long period of time, or had some other secret that he hadn't disclosed to his wife. And the wife's response is, "Who are you? This amount of time that I've been married to someone and you had this hidden and I didn't know. I don't know who you are." It's so destabilizing. It's terrible. If he had told the truth straight away, that could have been avoided. In this case, very early in their relationship. So our goal is to make sure that they develop that dynamic in their relationship where they tell each other the truth